But this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Oh, let it shine.
Welcome. So thank you all for coming to Manifest Your Destiny. Are you having a great day so far?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So my name is Shannon Shine, and I welcome all of you here to Sweetgrass and Sageburn. Thank you so much for doing your part by even just existing here. You're already manifesting your destiny by doing something transformational for you. And that's really important, to do something transformational rather than just motivational, because we can be motivated to do something, but when we put ourselves in a situation to transform, we're opening up for new opportunities. And just by sitting here, you're doing that. So thank you. And today we're going to work on a few different steps. I run a series called Transform Yourself in 5 Steps on my website, Shantastic Shine. And in those steps, I break down how to reach goals that have really been maybe hard for you to attain or think that you're worthy of. Because a lot of times we have these big dreams, and we grow up in a society where it's hard for people to follow their dreams. We think we have to get a job, and we have to be able to have food and houses and places to be and all the important human things. So our dreams kind of get pushed to the side. And sometimes that can really feel just like petty and mundane, and I call it living in the muggle world. I was a Harry Potter kid, so I say I'm living in the muggle world, where you think you have to do all those daily tasks that are just killing your soul, and you don't have time to do the art or the creating or the dreaming that you deserve. So today we're going to take time out of that, and we're going to manifest all of those big dreams and those big goals. And if you just got here and you didn't get a notebook, feel free to come get a notebook. At any point, you can come get a notebook. You can take a few back for friends, whatever you want to do. There's pens and pencils. Because I want you to write anything down, even if it's just a thought you had about your random experience here, because you're going to take that home with you. And that's something you can leave this event with. A lot of times we leave events and we think, oh, so much happened, I can't even remember it all. But it's those feelings you had and those things you can look back on that really bring back that energy of happiness and manifestation and just doing the things that you love. So first is really important to just think about what you could do in your life that would light up your world. What would make you happy? I'm here to help light up your world because, like I said, my name's Shannon Shine, and I was always taught that if you have a light, you're supposed to let it shine, and that was a big thing of mine growing up. So I want that to be a big thing for you too. Find your light and find what your story is, and you're going to find a way to share that with your community and really light up everybody's life around you, because you attract those opportunities and those people into your bubble. So today in this workshop, we're going to figure out what your dreams and goals are. And if you already know that, that's great. We're going to really activate it and help that go to the next level. Because some of us, we know where we are and we're already here and we're doing those things. You might be teaching a workshop yourself, but you might be wondering, okay, what's the next step for me? How do I get to that next level? And we're going to take some time to meditate and think about that. So first, I want you to close your eyes for just a second. And we're going to close our eyes several times through this workshop. But I just want you to visualize yourself in the happiest space you can be. And just know that you're safe with all these people around you. Know that by the end of this workshop, you're going to feel like you have somewhere to go, something to do, to really take that dream to the next level, to take this festival with you. Know that any workshops that you've attended this weekend are really transforming your life, helping you manifest your own destiny because you're taking those steps. All right, go ahead and exhale your eyes open and know that you're in a happy space. Now, the reason I feel like I can explain this story to you a little bit and show you that these steps work, so I want to tell you a little bit about myself. So 5 years ago, I was in a really dark space. I was trying to finish college. I was trying to really reach goals that everyone told me weren't possible. I was an orphan of over 20 years, so I had that kind of working against me. Everyone's like, oh, she's got this like dark side of things going on, because I lost both my parents really young. And I felt like that really worked against me, you know, that by association thing, you think, oh, they're not going to do anything with their life. So I really kind of made that my goal elsewise. But you know, when you hit your 20s, you're like, I just want to be wild and do all the things and go to college and be crazy, and then college gets in a whirlwind. Yeah, I did all that. But then I found myself in this space where that wasn't good enough for me. I realized that I could do one of two things, and I think everybody, no matter what your story is, has that time in life where you're like, I can really do something with myself, or I can just like do this thing every day and get by and just exist. Well, I want you to do the thing with yourself, because I had the opportunity to do the drugs and to just sit around on my couch, and everybody would have let me get that pass, because that's what like my dad did. That's what my mom tried not to do, but she got herself sucked in even though she didn't do any of it. And like, people just look at the sides and say, oh, people can do whatever, and that's fine. You're not worthy of the attention. Well, I decided to do the other thing, and I hope that you do too. I had a little brother, and he didn't get to meet his mom. So I decided, okay, I'm going to show you what you can do to make that better. Well, after all that, I decided, okay, my college grades were down low. And once I decided to do these steps, I got into the thing called The Secret, the law of attraction. I'm sure all of you have heard all of that. You're at the scene. And if not, the law of attraction is really great, and I've seen it work. If you think I'm crazy at that point, that's fine. But I can explain that even if it's a placebo effect, you're taking those steps to better your life. And it helps you break it down to see how those steps are attainable. And sometimes you don't have another person to listen to you, but if you have the tools to help you, anything's possible. So by writing it down, you put it into the universe that you are taking the step forward to light up your life. That's why this workshop's called Manifest Your Destiny. Not I'm going to light up your life just for you to think everything is going to come to you. But you're taking the steps. So when I was trying to finish college, my grandma got really sick, and she was the like kind of my stepping stone. And when she got sick, I decided that I wanted to help others, because she really enjoyed sharing her story and helping as many people as she could. And that's why I decided that my goal to light up other people's life was going to come to reality. And whatever your goals were, I'm going to find a way to help you do that too, because we throw a different we run a different event called the Project Bring Me to Life Network, and I also run a shop. So if you're an artist, I have an art network for you to blow up your art and share your art through different things. So I've created these different outlets for you to reach out after this workshop to really take your activity, whether it's flow or photography or music or art, or even if you like creating something else, or you like working on cars, or you do something like recycling for your whole neighborhood, whatever that thing is you do, it needs to be blown up and shown in the world. You deserve the recognition for taking the time to do that. So the first step in my Transform Yourself process is gratitude. And you all have your happy little notebooks, and we're gonna do a gratitude writing meditation. And in your little notebooks, I want you to take the first couple pages, and I want you to think about all of the things that you're grateful for. Because before you can manifest positive things into your life, you have to be grateful for everything that you already have that is helping you move forward. And while we do that, I want you to listen to this song called Already Here by Srikala, because he is amazing, and this song will remind you that everything you want in life is already here. So take a few minutes and fill a few pages. There should be plenty of pages. They look like tiny notebooks, but I did the workshop too and still have extra ones.
Everything you want is already here. Everything you want is already here. Everything you want is already here.
The things you write down can be as little as the fact that you're here with somebody special. It can be the water that you've been drinking, the home you live in, the moment you just had with that new person. There's so many things to be grateful for.
Here, here, here. Energy, hold tight. Feel it in my bones when it's out of sight. Fortified for the ride. Yearning for everything all the time. Yeah, the goal is what I see, but I fall in love with the journey. It overflows, and here's the key, so that you can dig into this treasury. Tune into the vision by moving with imagination. Chicken with emotion, saying I'm closer to its manifestation. And with the dash of I'm so grateful, watch it drop into the physical. Everything you want is already here. Here, here, here. Everything you want is already here. Here, here, here. Everything you want is already here. Here, here, here. Everything you want is already here, here, here.
Remember, gratitude is the attitude, and being grateful for all these things as you write them down is really going to help you manifest the next step.
In your ear that I am near, your warmth brings me great relief. Toe to toe with you, may I be always, always be. You ain't gotta work hard, baby, let go. It's already handled from the get-go. Just keep this memory central. Show up, yeah, let the vibe send you. You ain't gotta work hard, baby, let go. It's already handled from the get-go. Just keep this memory central. Show up, yeah, let the vibe send you. Ooh, everything you want is already here.
Got just a couple more seconds here.
Everything you want is already here.
Alright, you're welcome to keep writing, but I'm going to babble for a few seconds. Now, showing that gratitude is really important, like I said, because you're showing the universe that you are grateful for the things you're given. I'm sure you've heard the term, like, you get back what you get put out and all those things, but it's also, you get back gratitude from the universe for the gratitude you put out, for showing that you realize that even if it's just your higher self, if you don't believe there's a God or a creator, you as your spirit are giving yourself that opportunity to accept more, because you're making room for the things that you really deserve in your life. And that's what this is all about. You're showing gratitude, and we're going to talk about your hopes and your dreams and where you want to be in a month from now, maybe a year from now, things like that. As I was babbling about before, I'm an owner of a shop, and I travel nearly every month to speak during the raid seasons and to share the reminder with you guys to follow your dreams. And before I was able to do that and to co-run this network and meet my partner and all these things, I did this 5-step program that I'm walking you through in fast form. I did this over months. So these are tools that I'm giving you to take with you to really work with over and over. I do this series of meditations and workshops anytime I need a lift in my life or a change. And I recently just redid them all as I did my series for everybody online because I think it's really important to keep transforming and to keep bettering yourself and to keep pushing yourself to the next level. When you reach those goals, you're going to go to the next one. And hopefully you're taking people with you. So you're in this group of a lot of smiling, amazing faces. And for every 5 people there's somebody that has a similar dream to you. And instead of seeing them as a competitor, you should see them as like a companion to help like bounce ideas off of and to grow off of and to take with you to the top. Because everything is about a team and building your tribe. Because a lot of times, in what I call the muggle world again, that world where everybody's assuming things, everyone thinks they're out for themselves, but really we know that we're here together and we're here to bring the tribe up. So before the end of the workshop, I'm going to give you time to check out other people's dreams. Hopefully they'll raise their hand. And you'll find somebody else to co-create with and to bounce ideas off of. I have a lot of sister friends that have similar ideas. One's actually here. We do a podcast together, and we do like Awakening with the Girls because we have a similar project where we do card readings and different things. And we really get excited to share that topics with the world. And by having each other as friends rather than like just working against each other, we are able to share the message in a much more beautiful way. So our next step is taking our notebooks, and we're going to meditate again and do a quick 2-minute visualization. So real quick before we write, close your eyes. Some more music for you guys. This is a soothing meditation made with my partner, Silaman, who does 2-minute meditations, because I have a hard time meditating for a long time, so 2 minutes is a great time. Close your eyes. Now in this meditation, I want you to take a deep breath. Now, I want to know where you see yourself in a month. If you could do anything in a month, and all can happen in a month, what would you be doing? It could be something little, it could be something big. Feel it, manifest it, breathe it in, breathe it out. Now we're going to go deeper. You have a year. You can accomplish anything in that year. You could be in a new house, a new space, a new car, new relationship, any other things. You have a year. What do you do in that year? Take it in. All right, breathe it in. Let it go. One more time. Where are you in 5 years? What are you doing? Feel it. Know that you're doing it really well. Breathe it in. Release it. All right, exhale, your eyes open. Get your handy dandy notebooks out. And you're going to write down some things. So hopefully you were able to, in that quick 2-minute meditation, take some time to see a few good manifestations, those big things that really stuck out to you that might seem really exciting but really hard to attain. Those are the things I want to know. Write down the 5 major things you want to accomplish. Pick a page. You can draw a picture if you want. You don't want to write it. But I want to know 5 things that you want to accomplish. And I'm going to give you a second to do that while we listen to this awesome song about dreams by Heartworks. Now these 5 things can be anything. They can be big or small because we're going to break them down. For me, I wanted to create this workshop. I wanted to do my 5-part series online, which just completed with all 5 weeks. So if you forget what you're doing here today, you can actually go back to this online. I broke it down into quick little videos for you to do it anytime you need a recap. I wanted to write a book, which is in progress. I want to go on tour, which is in progress. hope you had a few moments there. You got some good things to manifest. So does anybody want to share anything that maybe they want to manifest? You don't have to yet. If you don't want to, that's okay. I wanted to manifest like I said, an opportunity to be able to speak in front of all you. Some things on my current list are a new house, and I already manifested a space to live before, and it was perfect, so I'm excited to try to do that again. One time I manifested the perfect relationship that I wanted at the time, and it's still going strong, and I just got out of a really ridiculous relationship that was like 3 years strong and miserable, and we've all been there. So I was able to write down everything I wanted to see change in my life, whether it be with that person or with somebody else. And I realized that I wasn't necessarily calling in a relationship, I was calling in best friends. And it really worked because just writing down what I wanted to have in my life friend-wise and things like that, I released all that no longer served me, which is another meditation we'll do here in just a few minutes. But I was able to tell the universe, okay, I'm ready. And that relationship I was in that I didn't really know how to break off just decided to disappear in a healthy, positive way, just because I wrote down, okay, I'm ready for whatever's next. Whether that person's going to change, we're going to have a talk, or something's going to happen. That person is now off doing school, and I'm really happy for them. And within a couple of weeks, I was like, oh, I'm just going to do the single thing and be happy and find best friends, and that's what I did. And they actually came to me for a festival they were teaching at or performing at. And I've been a part of their tribe, which is the Michigan tribe, for going on 4 years now. I'm actually from Maryland, so thanks for having me, guys. Michigan's really awesome. I love it up here, and it's been a great time. Your festivals are always so loving and a different vibe than what I was in, like I said, 5 years ago, when it was dark and there was so much drinking and so much just, you're surrounded by negativity even if you're not doing it. It was weird. So this is a much, much better, happier, loving vibe, so thank you for that. And that's just a few things I wanted to share that I've been able to do to transform yourself. If you feel like you're in a dark place and you're here, know that you're in a safe zone, and there's plenty of people here to talk to. And I'm really happy that that exists, because sometimes you don't realize how many people really just want to see you succeed. And if people don't want to see you succeed, you don't want them in your life. So those 5 things you took down, I want you to turn the page, and I want you to number them, or if you want to number them on the same page, that's fine. You're going to number them in the order that you want to achieve them, or you think would be the best way to achieve them. Sometimes we get all these ideas and we write them down, and then we realize, oh, maybe it's important for me to do this one first before that one. Like I thought it would be great to organize my workshop before I try to like write a book and go on tour and do all the things. You need to start somewhere small first. So number your things in the order you want to achieve them. And on the next couple pages, you can write them down and put 1, 2, 3 under them. So once you figure out what order you want to achieve them in, we're going to break them down. So, whoa, table behind me. The first things you wrote down were your macro goals. Macro goals are the big goals that seem unachievable at first, or the really exciting things that you want to get to but you don't know how. So get those macro goals in order. We're going to put on some more music here. I really love using music for writing meditations. I feel like it helps you think when you're listening to transformational music while you're trying to transform your life. Because I relate music to different times in my life. Sometimes I'll hear a song from like my teenage years and it just throws me into that time where I'm like, whoa, those are feels that I conquered and I'm now in such a better place. But when you have these happy songs to listen to, it is better to transform to. And you can get all this music free on our Project Bring Me to Life network, where we help musicians share their beautiful art. Now, if you're writing down your things in order and you're getting to your micro goals, and you're like, man, I don't even know where to start. I set this dream and this goal for myself, and it just doesn't even seem possible. I would love to know what it is, so maybe I can help you think of like the first place to start, because sometimes if you bounce the idea off of somebody else, it really, really helps, just because you have another brain thinking about it. So, thanks for coming. If you want a transformational notebook and a pen, there's plenty here and you can still join in. So I wanted to write a book, and it's still definitely a work in progress, but so many people want to write a book, and I'm one of them, and trying to get started is like, you instantly have writer's block. So I realized if I just even like create the title of what it should be, you know, some people want to write a book and they don't even know what the title should be. That's a great start. That could be a micro goal, an outline, who your audience is. Those are great ways to get started. If you want a house or a new place to live, even just kind of meditating for a second and figuring out what part of the state or country you want to be in. Sometimes that's hard to know. But if you can like set that micro goal, like, yeah, this would be a great place, then you can manifest the perfect space. Hi friends, hello. Cool. So we're listening to some Heartworks music while we're manifesting our destinies for people who are wandering through. Now you can keep writing down your micro goals, and I'll just keep talking, but I want you to make sure that you make the steps towards those bigger goals. You're here to manifest your destiny. You're taking the time to meditate. You're chilling out here with me during this awesome festival in a beautiful, amazing space. During the full moon time where it's great to manifest things in a new way and release all that no longer serves you. And we're just working towards those goals. And we're moving into the fourth step here of my several steps. And the fourth step is going to be creating 2 lists. So, one second here. On your 2 lists, I want you to take 2 more pieces of paper, and these lists, we're going to actually end up removing one. And on the list, one is going to be a manifestation list, and one's going to be a release list. So I know we just feel like we manifested a lot in our goals, but this list is for other things you want to manifest or things that will help you with those goals. So the manifest list can be relationships or a feeling or a physical thing, like a TV or a car or something, I don't know, whatever you want in your life. Write those things down on your manifest list, but make sure you write those on 2 separate pieces of paper, because on those 2 separate pieces of paper, one, the manifest list, the one you're writing now, we're going to bury it somewhere, whether it's here or with yourself and your stuff, or like at your house at a special place. I like to put them near like cool trees, but I bury it like a seed, because I want these things to grow. And that's actually something I did earlier with the ritual. I said I wanted to manifest like a really great relationship and best friends. I wrote down everything I wanted, and I buried it in a seed, and I let it grow. And it's been growing super beautifully. I've got really great best friends out of it. Friends that I'd had for like 20 years disappeared because I wrote down that I wanted to release people that were holding me back on my release list. And you'd be surprised who you release. Now, I will say people can come back into your life. They can kind of like reach your level again, and or just not be toxic to your situation. Maybe you reach a better level so you can handle whatever they're going through. But on these lists, manifest what you wish to have more of in your life and release the things that are holding you back. On the release list, we're going to destroy it. You can burn it. You can rip it up. You can drench it in water. We had some crazy water last night. I'm glad all of us survived. The lightning was wild. I loved it. It was crazy though. So you can destroy and release all of what no longer serves you. And like I said, be prepared. You might not see your best friend in 20 years for like 3 or 4 years because they were just toxic for you and you didn't realize it. And that's okay because you still love them and they're doing great things. But you need to get yourself away from that situation so you can serve your destiny and be the best you that you can be. So I'm going to play this song and give you guys just another moment to do that. As you're writing those release lists, visualize yourself being set free from all that holds you back, all those annoying things that you had to deal with. We're releasing all of that so you don't have to deal with it ever again. But does anybody have any questions or want to share anything they've already realized or just want to communicate during this experience? Anybody?
Not just physical objects or people, but your own worn out thoughts about yourself or the world or anything like that.
Thank you. That's beautiful. That was Ashton of Spaceship Earth, everybody. You should check his set out tonight. I'm super excited about it. It's going to be on the main stage at, I believe, around 8 o'clock, 8:30, 8 o'clock. You're going to hear it. It's going to be awesome. You're going to be dancing. You should be there. So thank you for sharing. But he's right, you can release those thought patterns, and sometimes we get in these routines and we do the same thing all the time and we just get stuck in it and we think, oh, that's not for us, and we are like afraid to break that habit. I'll say that something that I was really against, I come to all these transformational festivals, and something that was really hard for me to get into was yoga. Like I couldn't like sit still long enough to like do yoga, and I had some friends that they just loved it. And it took me a long time, and I was just always that person who's like, no, that's not my thing. And then all of a sudden I was like, you know, my body hurts, I'm gonna stretch. And I just went to a yoga class, and it was great. And I started doing more things like Kundalini yoga, where you're like meditating and moving, and it helped me meditate better too, which we're gonna do in just a minute. Because it was active, and I wasn't just sitting still. I'm not a person that sits still. I've had a lot of traumatic experiences, so if I can move, it helps me think. And it's helped me actually be someone who can sit down and meditate better and sit still, just by finding what worked for me at first. So you can break those thought patterns and become the person you want to be, even just by trying something and get out of the thought of, oh, that's not for me, because it's going to possibly be something that would change your life. Like, I probably wouldn't be on a stage talking to people if I wouldn't have been like, oh, take that first jump. So this last part of this meditation is something I really, really love. It's a meditation that I call the Deep Breaths meditation. It features some music by my good friends, Glass Cannon. They talk about taking deep breaths and breaking through all your barriers. And really just kind of realizing that reality is kind of a matrix, and like I said, you can manifest anything that you want to be your destiny. So in this meditation, we do a little bit of moving, and we can do breath work. If you're not someone who enjoys breath work, you do not have to. Sometimes it can make you tired, but it's called the breath of fire, and it helps you just kind of like get in that space. So it's also mixed with the ego eradicator, which is a Kundalini yoga pose. And it involves putting your hands up in the air, both of them, putting your fingers on your palms. And if you want, you can hold your hands to the sky. I call that one the bring me to life pose, when you just hold your hands up real high and you just embrace your power. So if you would enjoy doing this meditation with me, go ahead and get into that pose and get your arms up and get ready to embrace all that you deserve. Arms up, arms up. All right. So you can put your arms up in the air. If you want to open your hands and feel the energy. And just deep breaths and close your eyes so you don't have to worry about any of the people around you. They don't matter right now. This is all about you. This is great. You're doing it. Good job. Alright, now the breath of fire is really a little breath. And you can do it. Let's do it for a couple minutes. And go.
Because I can show you how to float all the way to outer space. What if I told you all of this was just imaginary? Take a second to relax, because it's necessary if you want to go where the
Now you may feel silly, and that's okay. You're holding your arms up to embrace the energy you just created, and your arms might get tired, but you're breaking through that barrier so you can bring in the energy. You can do it. The person around you does not matter. You got this. If you have to, we'll go around and dance to the music. But keep it going. There. You just did this workshop with me, and you want to pave the way for yourself. Keep it going. Keep those arms up. You're opening your energy. It's called the ego eradicator. You're breaking that ego.
What if I told you all of this was just imaginary? Take a second.
Feel free to join us. Arms up. Welcome to an energy. You're manifesting your destiny. Follow that breath.
Come on, take a deep, 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 deep.
You can dance if you need to. Feel it coming to you.
Deep breaths, I feel the world on my chest. People hating one another, yeah, that's something I detest. I feel it in my bones, man, I need to get some rest. They call me sleeping in a weird place, but that's where I'm the best. When I'm awake inside the dream, I'm elevated, separated from
feel it, it's coming in. I know it's hard. Keep those arms up. You're at it, you're getting there. Move the arms if you got to.
Smile big if you feel me.
Smile big.
Smile big if you feel me. Meditate if you're listening. Take a step back. See the stars when they're glistening. Cause baby, they're as big as it gets. And no, I'm not done yet.
You're not done yet, but you're almost there.
Please, don't forget. And if you do, all you have to do is take a deep breath, deep breath, deep breath, right? Deep breath, deep breath.
Alright, you can start to bring your arms down to your sides a little bit, but keep those palms open. Cut it up. Release all of it. Bring it in, the powerful things. No more limits. You got this. Feeling it? Feeling it coming in? Still breathing nicely. We're almost there. Keeping our eyes closed and just feeling those manifestations coming in, embracing them. You're surrounded by beautiful people, beautiful music. Alright, you can rest your hands in your lap, but keeping your eyes closed. We're going to cool down because I know holding your hands up that long can really wear you out because you just broke egos and released so many things, caught all in so many dreams. We're going to do a quick little meditation. It's a sound meditation. Slightly different vibe here. Alright, so switching the tempos, we're going to release it. Let our hearts catch up with us. Let our manifestations catch up with us because we are on fire, lighting up our life. Catching our breath. Feeling the breeze. Super loved for what we just created in our space, our little journals we get to take with us so you can remember this moment forever. Thinking of a really cool spot to bury those manifestations so they can grow like the beautiful seeds that they are. About how we want to destroy all those things that no longer serve us. Get rid of them. They're not in your blocking way. They're not blocking your way anymore. You're a new person. You transformed yourself. You're not just motivated, you're transformed. You're a beautiful butterfly now. Yeah. Yourself for being here as much as I thank you for being here because this is great. I'm so grateful all of you are here, making me feel so wonderful, traveling all this way. I'm so excited to hear about all your projects, meet new friends. Take 3 deep breaths together in this space where we created this magical manifestation portal. Breathe breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Another breath in. Deep breath out. Feeling everything coming into our manifestation, seeing it in our life. And whenever you're ready, you can wiggle your fingers and your toes and exhale your eyes open. And I am so grateful that you are all here. You can see all the beautiful people that are surrounding you. I'm so thankful for all of you, and my gratitude is just not able to be put into words. If anyone has any questions or anything they want to share, I'll be here for a while. You all have stickers to my website, paper clipped nicely into your little transformation journals, and one from my partner too, who does meditations, which created a lot of this awesome meditation music we're listening to, and he's who started the Project Bermuda Life Network that I help co-create, where we feature all the music that you heard today. So I have stickers for those that are not included in your notebooks, because you have to come talk to me to get one of those. So I also have a notebook here. If you want to sign up for updates, you can get any of what I just did for you here. You can talk to me on Facebook, any of my social media, and I really would love to meet all of you. And if anyone has number 14, I'm still looking for that person from the front gate. Awesome. So thank you. I'm so grateful that you manifested your destiny with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend.
Thanks for shining on with us. Thanks for shining on with us.